June 16th, 2016. About 10 minutes to 10 o'clock this Thursday morning. And obviously, sky spraying lines in the sky. There's a little cloud over there. Gaseous, puffy cloud. This other stuff you see is long and stringy. Sky sprayed, dumped chemicals in your sky. My sky, our sky. What gives them the right to do this? It is apparent to me that it is something destructive. Everything else that they're doing, the powers that be, is destructive. The satanic ritual for the grand opening for that new tunnel in Switzerland, go watch the video. All the dignitaries, leaders of the world were invited to watch the devil descend. Horrible looking creature. And then the pet goat thing there on the CERN satanic ritual. And apparently the United States, being the over 50%, the largest manufacturer and distributor of weapons to the world. And they would have you believe the United States is the good guy. Of course, we know the United States is controlled by Israel, so said Prime Minister Sharon in a heated argument. Don't worry about America, we control America. 911 giving them the excuse to overthrow many countries in the Middle East and murder many people. Threats of the stock market and dollar crashing, mandatory chips in your credit cards, debit cards by the end of June. Lots of manufacturing of the millions of chips to be put in people. Many people are already chipped. My point to this conversation is, everything they're doing is destructive. So I assume that the stuff they're dumping in the sky is destructive. And they are obsessed with population reduction. Just saying, using my God-given brain and my concern for humanity. But is anybody listening? Or are my videos being suppressed? That's my story on this Thursday morning. Beautiful, kind of cool day actually in the mountains of North Carolina. It's plain that that's not a cloud. Yes? No? Miracle reporting. June 16th. The sky spraying continues. Look at that long wave there. And they start out as thin lines, like that, and that, and that little squirt there. And as it blows apart, you get splotches, like those. More here. And when the splotches all combine, you get something weird like this. Look at that. Is that weird? And clouds are coming in. I do believe whatever they're doing is inhibiting the rain, which may be the purpose, which would be destructive, which I think is the aim. Anyways, is this not weird? Definitely not a cloud. And straight lines over there. Let's look off towards the east. It's It's always a bit of a surprise what's going on. From east to west. Oh my. Looks like northeast is pretty clear. But over where the clouds are, it's pretty intense. I wonder, is that telling us something? Beautiful day in the mountains today. Little breeze, nice cool weather. I suspect about 85 degrees. But the malevolence of the attack on humanity and the planet with whatever they're dumping continues. Rick Miracle reporting. We're being sprayed like we're bugs, and most people, I suppose, are not aware or don't care. June 16th, Thursday, about 8:15 p.m., 2016. Rick Miracle here in the mountains of North Carolina. So the day is winding down, but the sky spraying is continuing. You notice it's not continuous lines, this dumping of chemicals. You can see how it's already spreading apart, this particular squirt. Here's one spraying as I watch. So anyways, as you can see, wave after wave after wave after wave of stuff blowing across the sky from the west, as you can see here clearly. Straight lines embedded in it. So it's all blowing this way. You can see the streaks in it. Those were straight lines right there, those three. This will turn into this. And it'll all turn into that and that. As the sun is going down. So it can't be to reflect heat. Why are they spraying us like we're bugs? This stuff can't be good for us. Can it? Rick Miracle reporting. June 17th, 2016, Friday, about 12:30. Rick Miracle video in the sky, noticing two things. Clouds and blue sky. No sky spraying. So let's walk over towards the east. And see what we see. I haven't looked earlier, but I see blue sky and clouds. Let's investigate thoroughly. No sky spraying lines. So when they are not spraying, here anyways, as anybody can see, pretty blue and clouds. And the sun. So there you have it. When they're not spraying, they're not spraying. Looks like a lot of clouds coming through. Let's hope it rains. Rick Miracle reporting. June 18th, Saturday, 2016. Rick Miracle here in the mountains of North Carolina. Video in the sky, noticing everything that you've seen so far on this video appears to be sky spraying material. You can tell it was a straight line and it's blowing apart, which now makes it a splotch. You can see the straightness on one side and it's blowing this way towards the top. Definitely not a cloud. Clouds are obvious, they're puffy. So anyways, we can say that that's a lot of chemicals. There's another straight line, you can see that it was. That's a lot of chemicals to be dumped in the sky. This makes me wonder when people are going to wake up. On this Saturday, 7 o'clock, here in the mountains of North Carolina. Beautiful weather, but they're spraying us like we're bugs. I'm not a bug, are you a bug? Looks like some weather coming in. In the last couple days, weather has been coming in and they've been spraying on top of it, and we've received very little rain. Coincidence? I think not. Rick Miracle reporting. June 18th, about 8:30 in the evening. Just a little oddity here. See this line of clouds? This is looking off towards the east. Pretty straight line. There's the moon. Quite a full moon. That's off towards the east. Anyways, off towards the west. No doubt about it. Serious sky sprayed materials. Definitely not clouds. But let's take a look at this oddity over here that I think is odd. But what do I know? So that line of clouds is pretty darn in a long line. That moon looks pretty full to me. I understand the summer solstice is coming, the first day of summer. But look how straight that line is. Anyways, and sky spraying chemicals. No mistaking the straight lines in that. And the splotch is dumped like right there. And here, and here. So let's just take another vantage point. To look at this little oddity, which may be nothing. Sky sprayed materials. Chemicals, maybe biologicals, we don't know. Because they don't tell us. Anyways, nice straight line in the horizon. And the chemicals dumped in the sky. And this seemingly long straight line of this cloud bank. Notice nothing up here. And dumped material in the sky, no doubt about that. Anyways, Rick Miracle reporting. Just paying attention. You can see it goes beyond those trees everywhere. That long straight line. See, it's bedded in there. We just looked at it. Strange. Rick Miracle reporting. June 19th. 8:20 in the morning on Sunday, 2016. Upon waking up, I looked outside the window and said, "Oh my." The sky spraying is going on. No mistaking it. Long lines. Fresh long lines. As you can see. And long lines that are dispersing right there. There's a pair. Short squirts. Non-continuous. And longer squirts. And basically a sky full of chemicals dumped from planes intentionally to completely cover the sky. Let's look off towards the east. See how bad this is on this summer day in the mountains of North Carolina. Oh my. I guess there's no mistaking it. We're being sprayed like we're bugs. And nobody knows what concoction of materials is being dumped, and of course the recipe of whatever it is they are dumping. Well, this one long line right here seems to extend all the way over here. So some of them are real long, and some of them are real short. Here's one spraying live. For any of those doubters out there. So they're off to a good start on this Sunday morning. In the mountains of North Carolina, a beautiful wooded area north of Asheville where I live, about 8 miles, is being blanketed. Chemicals, maybe some biologicals. We don't know because they don't tell us. And they're doing it, you can watch them. What's going on in your neighborhood? Why aren't the people awake and alarmed by this? Rick Miracle reporting. downtown Asheville on Sunday. They're spraying us like we're bugs. Is there any question? Really? Is there? June 22, 2016. A miracle video in the sky. Noticing clearly sky sprayed lines and clouds, puffy clouds, and lines. And dispersed lines like this one, which is not a puffy cloud. Looks like a cigar. You can see the tail end, it's all blowing apart like strings. So we can clearly say on this day, Wednesday, about 3:15, tons of sky sprayed material along with clouds. Between the trees there, a dump of chemicals. So it does appear to me, as I pointed out in the previous years, that when the humidity, the weather, comes in from the west, they seem to be spraying on top of it, and it appears to be inhibiting, not permitting, the rain. Just saying, as I've said before. So let's see what happens with this front. And a lot of the gardens are kind of parched. So are they messing with the weather? Seems to me the answer is yes.